Okay guys, today we're going to mix it up a little bit and we are sitting down with Kumiko Love, who is the Budget Mom. So if you've not heard of her, jump on Instagram and type in the Budget Mom. You'll see the blue check mark. She is all over Instagram right now and becoming, I don't know if we call her an influencer or not, but an influencer within the financial space. So hope you enjoy it. So Miko, thank you for coming on today. I caught you mid-sip. It's okay. But thanks for coming on. I appreciate you taking the time out of the day to come down here and sit down and share a little bit about your story. It's quite the story. So you started out of college, working in a finance firm locally here too, doing very similar to what we do, but you had $77,000 in debt. And then finally got to a point where you said, forget this, I can't do this anymore, and overcame the debt. And so you're one of the most organized people I think I've ever met. I was watching one of the videos that you had of your meal planner too. I'm like, this woman's got binders and everything is organized. So you're the queen of budgeting, I think, as well too.
Yeah, it's funny because when you say the word budgeting or you say the word finances, most people don't think about it, but the word organize and finances really do go hand in hand. I think in order to be really successful with your finances, you have to be somewhat and have some type of organized system that's going to get you to where you want to go.
Totally, yeah. It doesn't matter if you make $4,000 a month or $40,000 a month. At some point, you're on a fixed income, right? And you got a budget. So I was thinking about, it's like budgeting is one of those things that is really hard to actually start, it seems like too, because it's like, where do you start? How do you even know what you're spending a lot of the time too? So what are some of your recommendations around budgeting?
Well, the number one thing that really helped me and was one of my aha moments, my readers call it a slap in the face moment, is awareness. Until you bring financial awareness into your life and really understand and know where your dollars are going, which I'm talking about is tracking your spending. I say that out loud, and most of the time I'm like, I get, the reaction of like, oh, it sounds like so much work. But really, it's one of those pivotal moments in your budgeting journey where you're gonna start to see signs of success, because for the first time in your life, you're able to change things because you're aware of what needs to be changed.
That knowledge is power thing, right? As soon as you know, I always recommend to my clients, it's not a fun thing to do, but go take a quarter's worth of their bank statements and go through and categorize every expense, right?
Here's the thing, the number one thing that I try to do with the Budget Mom is every single thing that we do with our finances, I try to bring some type of level of fun or excitement to what we're doing. So with tracking your spending, I use what's called a highlighter method. It's bringing fun colors into what you're doing that's kind of tedious work. So it's literally going through, whether it's your bank statements or I track my expenses manually, and I highlight like transactions in different colors. And it really does, at the end of the month, you're looking at your expense trackers, you're like, wow, this is really pretty, but of course it serves a higher purpose. But I really try to bring that level of fun to everything we do. Okay,
so what would you say, so the Budget Mom as a company is basically, from my interpretation of it, is a company focused on almost financial empowerment for women, right, and getting their hands around budgeting for women. What would you say the Budget Mom is, or how do you go about even starting it? What's the quick story of it?
Well, I really think that, the Budget Mom was essentially created out of my desperation of wanting to learn how to manage my money, but not only that, I wanted to find other women who were like me, single moms who were struggling, who didn't have people in their lives where they could really come out and talk about it openly and honestly. I went searching for that tribe. And as I went searching for that tribe, they were also searching for me. And I think that's why our community, we call it the TBM family, is as strong as we are, and we're as passionate as we are, because we're all kind of collectively working towards the same goals, but yet we still understand what each of us is going through. We've all been there. And that's, look, I didn't start the Budget Mom to start a business. I did it to build a community. And our community is very, very strong. It's one of the things that I'm the most passionate about within my business. And so that's essentially how the Budget Mom started.
Okay, I like it. As far as the process of starting a business, I know a lot of our clients are business owners too. What's something that might have surprised you over the last 5 years of not necessarily seeking out starting a business, but now you're in it?
Like I am full in it right now. You know, it's surprising because every day I get up and I'm still just in complete awe of where we are. You would have asked me a year ago where the Budget Mom would have been. I would have never thought in a million years we'd be here. I think that starting a business, you have to make sure that your goal for starting your business isn't just about making money. I think that's the number one mistake that a lot of people make. They go out and they're like, okay, I'm gonna create this business because I need more money. But it's so much more than that. It has to be something that you live and breathe. It has to be a passion, something that you're truly emotional about. For me, I live and breathe the Budget Mom. It's something that's so important to me. Every single day when I make business decisions, it's a matter of following my heart and my gut. It's really hard to do that when your only goal is out there to make money.
Yeah.
And following my heart on this journey towards something that's so, so passionate about is, I think, what has been a big key to my success.
It's hard to lie to your heart.
It is. It really is. And it's funny because my mom, my mom's like, well, it kind of just seems like everything falls into place. And I really think that it happens that way because we're out to do good. I'm a kind of a believer in karma.
Yeah.
And I really think that what we're doing to help the world and families and all the different people and women that we're touching, it's just amazing how things have fallen into place.
Yeah. We'll end it kind of with this, as far as your top 3 takeaways / beliefs / tips for those that want to be financially independent and get into budgeting. So it's pretty loose. That's a pretty loose one. But
my top 3 budgeting tips.
Yeah.
I think number one will always be tracking your spending. Get it down in front of your face, whether it be your bank statements or you manually tracking your spending. Number 2, especially if you're on a debt journey and you're wanting to pay off your debt, is knowing anything and everything there is to know about your debt. Who you owe, interest rates, balance, minimum payments, when it's due. Get that down in front of your face because that's going to be your first step in creating a plan of attack to pay it off. And I think number 3 would be learning to be okay with your style of budgeting. And what I mean by that, don't try to force yourself into a monthly budget box. So maybe your mind works around budgeting every single time you get paid. You really have to be at peace and give yourself that grace to do budgeting your own way. And I think that that's something that I would also probably bring up as one of my top 3 tips for budgeting.
I like it. That's probably really good in anything, in any type of goal setting too. It's like, and to give yourself a little bit of grace, right?
Yeah.
But, well, thank you guys for being with us today, I guess, and thank you, Miko, for coming on too.
Thank you for having me.
Where would people find you if they wanted to go check out the Budget Mom? I mean, sure they can Google it.
Yes. So really, Instagram, I have done a video on Instagram every single day for the last 2 years. It's where I share literally my day-to-day spending. All of my updates, video updates are on Instagram. If you want more of the handheld detailed videos, you can find me on YouTube. And for all of my free content, you can check out thebudgetmom.com.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate it coming on.
Yeah.
So.